Hello there. So, my final semester at university started this week, meaning that the end of my education has now begun. That's really scary. That is, providing I don't do a master's, and at the moment, apart from the whole money side of things, it is looking quite tempting. This semester, I have a measly 2.5 hours per week of contact time with my tutors, so like lectures, seminars, that sort of thing. And 2.5 hours is a new low, even for an English degree. There is part of me that actually wants a few more hours. It's like, come on, yes, I want an education. I'm paying you enough for it. But somehow, I've only been back a week, and it's been manic. This is my second semester as head of LS Radio, the University of Liverpool's student radio station, and typically we've got loads on for it. We're doing a big rebranding of the website and of the station's image as well, and there's loads of work to do for that, which is just how I like it. This Monday we were also playing music at our university's The Freshers Fair, which is like Freshers Fair but just for semester 2, so it's Freshers Fair round 2 really. I was getting right into the zone as well with dropping the beats. Can you imagine that, eh? DJ Zeppelin playing all the big hits. If that wasn't enough music madness for 1 week, I also went to a new dance night called Encarta on Thursday. It described itself as an electronic night like no other, and it was just insane. I had no idea who any of the acts were, but they were all fantastic. There was even one guy who looked like an Afro version of John Lennon, and seeing as we're in Liverpool, that's quite fitting. I went down because a good friend of mine organised it and she was major stressing out about it, but I thought, I'll go along, show my support, and the place was just packed out and everyone was having a good time, so yeah, I think it went pretty well. Despite having lived in this amazing city for 2.5 years, there's still so many music nights in Liverpool that I've not been to, and I've only got 4 months left here, guaranteed anyway, and that's quite sad, really. Which brings me on to the topic for today's video. Responsibility. Just let that word play on your mind there for a wee bit. Let it sink in. Yeah. Scary, isn't it? I finish university in May and then I graduate properly in July. And after that, there's no fixed path, there's no certainty, anything is possible. And it's the first time in a long time that it's been like that. And part of that is really exciting for me. And then it's also really, really terrifying. I've never really had this uncertainty before because there's always been a next step in education for me. So for GCSEs there were A-levels, and then from A-levels there was the degree at university, and then after the degree, what's next? I know that it's completely unrealistic to imagine coming out of uni with your degree and walking straight into your dream job. I mean, that might have been the case at some point in the past, but it really isn't now. But at the same time, there is part of me that wishes that it was the case. The problem with university education now is that it's just too saturated. There's too many universities with too many degrees on offer, making too many graduates. Simple as. It almost makes the degree worthless to an extent because there's so many people coming out of uni with first and second class honours. It's difficult to distinguish between them, really. That's why you need to have more experience in your field, and why the job market is becoming harder and harder to get into. That's why there's so many people now that do masters. Well, partly because they are passionate about the subject, but mainly because it will increase their career prospects. They know that it'll make them stand out. I've been seriously considering doing a masters for a while now, and while it would increase my career prospects, and also as well, it'll give me another year to think about what I want to do after university. That's quite attractive too, to be honest with you. There's this part of me that's had enough of education, like wants some actual real life experience. Plus I've already got a massive load of debt from this undergraduate degree. The last thing I want is more. However, it may be that I have to bite the bullet and go back into education at some point. Maybe not straight away after this degree, but in a year or so's time. Because there's part of me that really wants to be a music journalist, and for journalism you generally need to have some sort of masters or accredited course, to go into the business, and it's really annoying because there's no set path through it. Like, some places are fine with you having nothing at all, just experience. Other places are like, oh, so where's your MA in journalism, in broadcasting, and that sort of thing. So it may be that I've got to do it regardless. In any case, there's waves of worry that wash over me every now and then, but there's also waves of excitement that just come flying at me, which really get me excited about the possibilities of what I can achieve in the future. This is what I mean by responsibility. It's all on your shoulders. It doesn't matter what anyone else feels like you should be doing or want you to do. It's what you want to do. But at the same time, it doesn't mean you can be relaxed about the whole thing. However, I realise that I have become quite relaxed in terms of my YouTube account and my uploading schedule in the last month or so. I've just had so much uni work on, and whenever I have loads of deadlines due, I tend to forget about YouTube, and it's really bad. I mean, every year I say to myself, okay, this year I'll handle it better. I'll juggle deadlines and getting videos up. It'll be easy peasy. And it never happens. But I'm determined to get back on track with it now, especially with Harry Potter. I've made a promise to myself, I'll get them done before I graduate in July. So it's like a new start in my life and also a new chapter in my YouTube channel history. Seeing as the adventures of the boy who lived are now drawing to a close, I'd really like to hear from you as to what you guys want me to do next. So please keep at it. Comment below what you want to see on this channel, and if there's some trends as to what you guys want, I'll do my best to make it happen. I really will. I mean, you guys are the reason that this channel is still going, so I feel like I should reward that in some sort of way. So yeah, moral to this video is be responsible. Oh, and comment loads, because people like that. It makes people smile. Like this. Can you deny this cheeky grin? Okay, that was a bit weird. Couple of things before I go. I'm still doing my radio show, 50 Shades of Grey's Mark, on LS Radio, and it's like an awesome music show, great new music. There's band wars where I pit two bands against each other. I give away free music downloads in Grey's Mark's giveaways. There's all sorts on. It's just an hour of pure joy. The show's on every Monday from 5 till 6 at lsradio.co.uk, and there's also loads of past episodes for you to enjoy and savour on my Mixcloud page. Links to both of those down in the description. Also, you may remember that in my very first vlog, way back in 2010, I had my good friends Snuggy and Netley, which you guys were always like, what happened to those guys? Are they still around? Are they still doing stuff? Well, the answer is yes. They've set up their own channel called The Ludes Effect, and they do their own gaming videos on there as well, which are absolutely amazing. And you should definitely check them out if you have a sense of humour. Once again, link to that down below. And that's it, apart from, well, happy February. See you soon, guys.